Hello, hello. If you're watching on the replay, I just wanted to let you know that if there's any important stuff that goes on, I will put timestamps down below in the description. Before everybody gets here, I just want to say thank you to everyone watching the replay and everybody who's here early for 4,000 subscribers. That is crazy. I don't even know what to say. That's just nutty. I have my computer tonight. We're going to see if that helps. I'm going to try not to have shiny glasses the whole time. I don't know how that's going to work. Hello, Shelly. Pam, I think I saw you in here. I was almost late. I was kind of scrambling. Okay. So if you are watching on the replay for a minute, I just want to say that if this chat time on Sunday evenings does not work for you, please leave me a comment down below in the comments with your preferred time, something that would work out better for you. And if I can find that a lot of people have a similar need, then I can try and do, a second night. And we'll see how that goes. Who'd I miss? Ohio. Hello. Nope, you didn't miss it. You were right on time. I was almost late. I was racing the clock. Hello, Marie. Kenya. If I'm saying your name wrong, everyone tell me. Hello, Bella, Alexandria, Emily. Just got done reading. Oh, yeah. That's cool. I'm glad you stopped in for as long as you can be here. Can everybody hear me okay? Oh, you're in the UK. Midnight. You're trooping tonight. I have to stay up till midnight because I have to draw the giveaway winner. I want to do it right at midnight so that, if anybody comments afterwards, it won't go in there. Hey, Brad. What's up? Hello. Oh, everybody's here. My goodness. Hello. Okay, good. I'm not wearing my clipped mic, so I didn't know if it would suck. I have been cleaning my house for 2 days. I am exhausted. I found, brace yourselves, I found spider mites on my jasmine yesterday. So I had to put the jasmine's outside. Doesn't appear to have any spider mites anymore and looks very happy. Whatever. But yeah, everything else has been going through the neem oil bath. So I'm about halfway through my collection, just checking and washing, and so far so good. Seemed to have just been that plant and the one that was next to it. Yeah, I'm pretty sad. Haven't had any pests all summer. It's actually been really nice. I didn't have any in the spring, I don't think either. Yeah, spider mites, yes, they suck. I had predator mites early in the spring, probably late winter, early spring, and I think that helped kind of wipe out anything that was in my house because I had purchased so many new plants that I think I had just brought trouble in. So Beth's asking what spider mites are. Spider mites are, well, they're mites, and they look like spiders, so that's where they get their name, but they suck the juices out of your plant, and they sort of slowly kill them because they're so tiny that you don't usually see them until they've basically, throttled your plant entirely, so... YouTube just emailed me to let me know that my live is live. Thanks, YouTube. Yes, they are little plant vampires. They are, Brad. That is perfect. Yeah. I hate them. They're really the only pests that I ever deal with. I may come home with a mealybug on a plant or something, but I've had no problem getting rid of those. It's just been the spider mites that will periodically come back, and they usually go for a plant that, doesn't love to live inside, like a jasmine. They've also taken out my fiddle leaf fig. So, yeah, I've heard that coleus have spider mite problems, and it's weird because I've never had them. I've never had spider mites on any of my coleus, and I figured that I would have because they've certainly over the years been near plants that had spider mites, and they just never got them for some reason. I'm guessing I just had much tastier plants. Well, thank you. I have thought about ladybugs. That doesn't bother me. The only thing with ladybugs in my house, yes, they do. They leave a webbing on the plant. So yeah. My house has a very big and stupid cat, and if he sees anything flying, he forgets that he weighs like 21 pounds, and he will just barrel through my apartment and take out anything between him and whatever is flying. So if I have anything flying in my house, and I've had like green lacewings have just gotten into my apartment, and that was like the greatest day of my life, and then I found it dead the next day, and I'm pretty sure that Jack got it. So the predator mites were good because he didn't know they were there. But you know, you have to deal with having other mites on your plants. Like if you're cool with that, I don't. It doesn't really bother me. Oh, yeah. Hi, Peter. Yeah, no, there's no ivy allowed in my house ever. Just no. Hard no. I think everyone that I've ever brought home has literally had spider mites like within days of me bringing it home. They've just cropped right up. Emily's only pest she's dealt with was aphids, which is great because you can just blast those suckers right off. Yeah, I've only ever had the spider mites, and then I had mealybugs come home on a couple of plants, but it was always like one or two of them. I actually threw out my string of pearls because I was at the tail end of just treating one plant for mealybugs, and then I found one on my string of pearls, and I was just like, I can't do this anymore, and I just threw it out, figuring that, oh, I'll just get another one for $3 like I got at the nursery down the road, and then I never saw one that cheap again, so I'll get one eventually, but... Beth, they come about, usually they like really dry conditions. So like in my case, my jasmine was right in a very sunny window and it was just getting blasted with full sun. So I actually went out and got a curtain to cut that down. So they like that dry, hot condition. So as soon as like winter comes around and you have the heat on, they tend to pop up too. So you have to keep the air kind of humid, and you got to shower your plants. Just it's my fault because if you have this many plants, you really need to like once a month shower, you know, all of them at some point. I try to spread it out over the month, and I slacked off. I got cocky, and this is what happens. I have never had thrips. They terrify me, and I hope I never ever get them. Hey, babe. How's it going over there? Hey, Angie. Christine has spider mites on 2 of her plants, thinking about getting rid of them, but they look so healthy. If they don't look like they're dying yet, I mean, depends on how much you love them. I've definitely just thrown some straight outside because I've just been like, you know what? I don't... Like, fuck you then. You know? Oh, this guy, like, why are you back? How many times do I have to block you? You're so annoying. Hey Gerard, what's up? If you see that broski guy, just ban him immediately. Hey Kristen. He was like posting racist shit on my page the other day. You either have thrips or aphids, I don't know which. I haven't seen them, just what they're doing to it. Are you seeing like the dew drops? Like the honeydew drops? The aphids you'd probably see because I feel like they just like attach to the plant and just suck the life out of them, and they're pretty big. But I think thrips are a little smaller. They kind of look like pencil lead shavings, I've been told. Yeah, aphids are pretty big. If they're aphids, you just blast them right off. That's about it for them. No worries, Beth. He hides well. Hi, Karen. Hey, Pam, good to see you again. Hi, Eva. Nope, you're good. It's not almost over. I started at 7, so it's only been 10, 11 minutes. Found your channel last week. Personality is my favorite. So real in comparison to other plant tubers. I think they're real. I think I just have a potty mouth, and that is interpreted as realness. I think that's all. But I appreciate that. Thank you. Has anybody picked up? I've been watching people finding black ZZ plants on Amazon and at the big box stores, as well as, what was the other thing people are finding? Variegated Hoya compactas, the Hindu ropes. Hi, Michelle. Thank you for telling me. I never know what to call people who have like screen names and not their first name. Yeah, I appreciate it too. I get a little nervous around people that never swear just because I'm from New England and everyone here swears. So if you don't swear, you're like probably, I don't know, a little weird maybe. You got a ZZ plant? Did you pick it up on Amazon or at a store? At the local plant shop? It's like watching a plant go from like hard to find, like to not hard to find at all, like overnight. It's crazy. Yeah. They're just words, you know? I like to use all the words available to me. Amazon, nice. I got so many people. You guys are awesome because I got like 15 people messaged me and were like, hey, did you see the link to the Amazon ZZ? Oh, thank you, Kristen. Kristen is the one that picked up my ZZ. She got it at Publix in Florida for $17. So you just gotta wait, that's all. I just wait. I would rather not have the cool plant first and just wait. I flipped off a snowstorm and I knew we were destined to be friends. Yeah, Beth's been with me for the long haul. Oh, I'm so excited to get my ZZ. It's gonna be so cool. I've been wanting that for a long time. Yeah, man. Like, don't hinder the words I'm allowed to use. It's annoying. I tell my son not to swear, but he knows that he can when he's older, if he wants to. Just don't swear at me, you know? Be respectful. I should just close this because I'm not using it. Yeah, well, you know what? Ohio Granny, just hang tight because they're definitely popping up all over the place. Like, people are finding them at like Home Depot and local nurseries, and they're finding them at like everywhere. I think Costa Farms picked them up, so that's why they're everywhere. I hope so. I love black plants. That's like the goth in me, though. I'm sorry about the glare from my computer. There we go. I'm going to try to put the channel on over on my computer to see if that would be easier to see, but I don't think it will be. Oh, you know what? Last time I figured out that I only had half of the chat on and I didn't see everybody's comments. So I apologize if you were one of the people I did not see. I think I just fixed it. Andy calls people butt nuggets. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah. If you want to know how you sound and how you talk, just like have a child, because they will say it right back to you in the same exact cadence and tone that you say it. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, that guy is the worst. I don't know how to... I thought I already blocked him from my channel. He must have made another account, which is awesome. Oh. So have you guys been keeping up with the other Planty Kindness video that have been going up? Tropical Plant Party did one. I think he put it up yesterday or the day before. And let's see, who else did one? Obviously, Kaylee Ellen did one. And Plant Me Ashley, I watched hers today. I don't know. It's probably an X. Who knows? Somebody doesn't get attention, I imagine. Walmart gets their plants from Costa Farms. I will die inside if they start killing ZZ Ravens. Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, Tropical Plant Party is a great channel. I love his vlogs. Like, I don't watch a lot of videos that are that long because I have the attention span of like a flea, but I like his vlogs. They're funny. I'm not drinking Red Bull this time, so nobody has to be concerned about my health. Yeah, it is. Yeah. You would be amazed what people will do. Like it blows my mind every day. I always think that I have seen the depths of crazy, and I just keep getting proven wrong. Oh, thanks for coming by, Emily. We'll see you next time. Yeah, it is what it is. It's fine. Glad I'm giving him something to do. It's probably, you know, not going to end up on the news for doing bad things that way. Ooh, Chinese food. Lucky. See you later. Thank you for coming. So, is everybody, do you guys bring, here's my question, because I don't do this. Do you bring your houseplants outside? And if so, what do you do when you bring them back inside? Because everybody has all these different methods, and I'm kind of curious. It's not something that I do, but I think that I would like to know what people do just in case I want to bring things back in that I buy next year or something. I got a really helpful comment today that had like a ratio of hydrogen peroxide and water to pour through the dirt. Yeah, I don't trust it either. I'm like, that just sounds like work that I don't need to do. Plus, I'm afraid if I bring my plants outside and then I get used to having all these surfaces again, when it comes time to bring them back inside, I'll probably have bought more plants by then, and then I'm not going to be able to find anywhere to put them. As it is difficult enough to find enough places to put everything. I've been trying to give plants away because I feel like I don't have enough space to display things without it looking really sloppy. So I've been hanging things and like, oh, I've been doing so many projects just trying to get these plants to like fit in my house. Too many bugs in the yard. Too scared to bring them outside. Pest treatment is key before bringing them in. I've read about like the bucket method where people will dunk them into like a bucket of soapy water. Um, like what else have I seen people do? Just like spraying them down with the hose before you bring them in and then treating them. I feel like, oh my God, I have so many that I could maybe handle it for like a few of them. That would be okay. I would just have to have like a room for them to be in. Hi, Daisy. Pammy's Planty Things says, I did this year and I used the peroxide treatment and I soak it in mild soap and water in a bucket. That's probably what I would do. That feels very like thorough. Yeah, that's yeah. Katie said that's what she did and it's going to be hard to find places for her plants. Billy Hemingway said, I had a bunch outside, but squirrels started ripping them out of the pots. Oh my God. No, they're like cats, but worse. So I just brought them back in, but I just hosed them down and had no problems. That's comforting. I have always done and never did anything when I brought them in, but this year I will at least shower them well before I bring them in, Katie says. That's, yeah, I feel like just for peace of mind to at least like blast. I got a plant from Joan from Little Prince sent me like a little thank you plant for doing my unboxing video, and that one came with like a little crawly thing in it, and I like blasted that with the Captain Jacks. I could have freaked out. I was like, I don't know what that is, but it's gone now, so it's fine. The giveaway ends at midnight tonight, my time. So if you have not entered yet, you still have time to do that, and you'll have time like after chat and stuff. Ugh, gross, dude. You know, they make porn and it's free. Like, you can go and just look at that. Wouldn't that be sweet? And not bother me? Because, like, nope. Guys are stupid. No offense to the guys that are cool. But a lot of y'all brethren problems. Good Lord. I usually have a problem with bringing mosquitoes back in the dirt. Oh God. Oh, and we have people like dying around here too from like mosquitoes. So like that would be very like multiple people. Like more people than the vapes have killed, and those are very legal now. I don't have any coffee, but I do have my fizzy water. Like like you have the whole internet at your fingertips. The whole thing. Like there's even fake ones now where you can get anybody's face. I mean, just yeah. Do I give my plants tea? I give them compost tea. I actually picked up these bags. They sell them at my fellow's shop, and they're like cheesecloth bags, and they're full of compost stuff, I guess, and you brew it overnight, and then you can put that in your plants. I got through like half of my house, and then I got distracted, forgot about it, and then it smelled terrible the next day. So you definitely have to use it right away. So I had to get rid of the rest of it, but I have another tea bag, so I'll probably do that one more time before I stop fertilizing everything for the fall. Should probably do that like mid-October. Excuse me, loud car. I put several house plants out on my veranda. I love that word, veranda. This summer, but raccoons upset the pots and dug it out of the soil. From Nova Scotia. My family way back, far enough that I don't know their names, are from Nova Scotia. Fun fact. Um, yeah, I didn't even consider animals in this equation, so like that's a double no. Not enough people have died from mosquitoes down here. Kristen lives in Florida. Pray for her. She gets good houseplants first. Hey, William. Hey, Elizabeth. Testicles are like firearms. The people who misuse them far outnumber those who use them responsibly. Peter, I'm going to start a book with quotes from you. I hurried and locked up my chickens for the night and got the kids situated so I could catch this chat. Hey, Steph. I appreciate your hustle. I was hustling myself to get here on time. I used an aerator for the bucket of compost tea. The kink you use with fish tanks. Oh, that's smart. To like brew it. Pros and cons of fertilizing during the winter for houseplants. I don't, just because plants don't really grow because of the lack of light in the winter time, so they don't. If you're giving them a ton of nutrients that they're not going to take up because they aren't going to use them, as well as the fact that water will evaporate slower in the winter time, so as it is, the plant it isn't going to be able to use all of that stuff, and you can end up causing nutrient lockout, which means that there'll be so much of a certain nutrient like nitrogen or whatever, the plant won't be able to take it up at all, and that can actually hurt your plant. So I definitely give them a rest in the winter. I did not fertilize mine over last winter, and they still grew anyway. They didn't grow super fast or anything. I had grow lights on them, but they definitely like put out growth all winter long, and I didn't need to fertilize them. And also, if you repot your plants anywhere in like the last 6 months, they likely have enough food anyway, so you really don't need to be, like overloading them. So especially if you repot them, you definitely don't need to fertilize them. Yeah, save your money. Like it's a waste of money. You don't need to. Give them rainwater when you can. That's better if you want to do something nice for them. They don't like a lot of water or fertilizer because they won't use it and it will probably burn the roots. Exactly. Are you supposed to feed snake plants in the winter since they grow more then? That is a good question that I do not know the answer to, and I will have to find out. That's a good question. If anybody knows, hey friends, glad you made it. Daisy says she found her a deal today at Lowe's, a huge Boston fern for $5. Holy crap. Used as fall decor on a front porch. Oh, that's funny. So you got it on the seasonal clearance. Thinking about starting a channel. I'm in Florida as well. You should. Do it. Why the hell not? Rabbits would have killed all of mine. Lord, I have fences and fences to keep my plants safe and still get chewed by bunnies. That's crazy. I actually have rabbits that live in my yard, and I had all container gardens this year, so I think they just couldn't get to my stuff, but they didn't mess with any of it. But they have so much stuff in my yard to eat. There are just dandelion greens and wildflowers and all kinds of stuff out there. Beth says, my dumbass just went, there's a fish tank kink, there's a fetish for everything. Yeah, I'm gonna be gardening in the yard, not in containers next summer. So it's gonna be interesting to see how the critter battle goes. There's not a ton of them in my neighborhood because I'm in the city, so I probably don't have to deal with quite as many as a lot of you guys. Like I don't have to deal with deer like Kenya. So there is that. I mean, they're around, they're just not in my neighborhood. I don't think we have city deer yet. Usually repot to get rid of the overwatered soil. Yeah. I try to wait to repot stuff, but like if the soil medium looks like shit, it's coming out like immediately because it's just not worth having it sit there and just, hatch fungus gnats because that's what's gonna happen. Rebecca got a rattlesnake calathea today. That was my plant I posed with for the thumbnail awkwardly tonight. I was like, oh shit, I have to do a thumbnail. I forgot about that. Repot mine right away if they need it. There's no use waiting 2 weeks and stressing them out again. That's a good point. You're getting them all calmed down and then just being like, all right, let's pop you out of the pot. Have I grown eucalyptus? I have not. I have one I got in spring and just brought it in for winter and it's already giving up on life. Any suggestions? I do not know. My guess is that needs a lot of light, but I'm not, because it's kind of a succulent plant. That's the reason I'm guessing that, but somebody in the chat may know better than me. I have not grown that. So when I get a new plant, it really depends. If I look at the medium and it looks terrible, I will repot it right away. If I get it from like a nursery or somewhere that I know takes care of the plants, or if I get it, a lot of times when I order plants from nurseries in the mail, I'm pretty happy with the way the mix looks. And like I haven't repotted my Rhaphidophora tetrasperma yet because the mix looks fine. It looks good. It doesn't look like it needs to be repotted, so I'm just going to leave it in its nursery pot until it needs to be repotted. But I do both. It depends on how they look. If I get it from like Home Depot, most of the time that assy soil is coming out of there and going straight in my trash. I don't even like to put it in the compost. A Maranta for $3 at Lowe's. That giant lemon lime Maranta that I have that was in my plant tour, that was two $3 Marantas from Lowe's. And it's enormous now, so get ready for that. Angie says, our city deer casually walk down the sidewalk and stare in your windows while they eat everything in your flower beds. That's awesome. I guess the deer haven't braved this part of New Bedford, my area yet. I almost just said where I live. That'd be dumb. I wait a week and repot. Everybody kind of, I don't know. I kind of, just feel it out and see what I think at the time. Our city deer pull the same thing. Rush hour traffic, great time to eat grass on the side of the road and cause panic. Easy calathea would be the Makiana or medallion. For the love of God, stay away from the white fusion or ornata. I actually have both the white fusion and the ornata, and I find the ornata to be a lot easier than I thought it would. I mean, I haven't had any problems with mine, and I probably should have at this point. My white fusion, if I had paid attention and not fertilized it. I had different fertilizer that I was only going to use worm castings for that. And I was just going around fertilizing and I kind of zoned out and I like fertilized that plant. And then it got a little dry and that was like it. So I had to cut it back, but it bounced right back. But my ornat is doing pretty good. I don't know why. I think I actually got that at Home Depot or Lowe's. But I feel like it depends on where you live too, because if people in drier climates are getting like an ornata, I imagine that that would be difficult. Propagating ZZ plant would be by separation. That's the only way that I know how to do it. I know that you can probably do it by cutting, but I have not personally done that. But separation's pretty easy. Bought a bunch of begonias today. Death watch begins. Kristen, I admire your spirit. Continuing with your begonias. I think you just have to find the right variety. Because, like, I have some that just don't do well, and then I have others that I couldn't stop from growing if I threw them in a closet. Leaf and stem cuttings for ZZ2. Thank you. It's Angie. Leaf cuttings will take forever. Yeah, that I guess you could like leave them for your grandchildren. I have kind of like a late question on a fad. Please ask. I'm gonna start trying to propagate peperomia in little hummus containers, like Jane keeps talking about on the ledge. I think that sounds like so much fun. Oh, it gets all yellow when I do that. Stupid. So what's with succulents? I'm not a big succulent person. I don't not like them. I just don't really have a ton. They're super cute. Like the leaves, when the leaves fall off, if you let them like callus over, they'll start to grow a tiny little version of themselves, and it's the coolest thing ever. That's my favorite part about succulents. They're kind of good if you like forget to water too. If you're like not an over, I think I don't have a ton of them because I tend to water a lot. I overlove things. So here in Minnesota, they're hard to find, the calathea. My ZZ plant stem clippings only took 2 months to water propagate. That's not too bad. I have strawberry begonias that I literally put in a window for the winter and didn't water it once. Half of it somehow survived. That's how my red coleus was. I swear to God, I killed that thing so many times. Yeah, I've killed a few succulents. I haven't killed them on purpose. Sometimes they like fall out of the container and fall behind things and then I forget about them. They just come unpotted because of my stupid cat and then I forget to put them back in the pot. But the ones that I've had for a long time. So they've survived Jack beating them up several times. I actually came across an old picture of him when he was like very skinny. And I was in the process of repotting those very same succulents for the very same reason. Sorry. What's the best natal feed for a cannabis plant or any natal flavors I could ask? Many thanks. If my fella's still in the chat, he could help you with that. I am not as well versed yet in that department. I know that all the dispensaries use Veg Bloom everything for everything, but I don't know if that's what you asked. I heard that tetrasperma leaf cuttings are taking forever. A leaf fell off when I got mine. We'll see. I heard they grow very fast. Mine's already put out another leaf since I got it. But I don't know about the cuttings. Bye, Rebecca. Thanks for coming. I have such a dark house, only a couple windows on the east and west. Both have the south and north have huge covered porches. My north window has a big covered porch, but you know what? I have a lot of plants in that window and they're very happy and they grow. So, like, I don't know. I mean, I might just add some grow lights over there to help them out over the winter time, but they seem okay. Is he just an idiot? We can just get rid of him. If I'm gonna be honest, I hate succulent soil. I find it becomes compacted. It really does. It really, really does. I have noticed the same thing, and what I do instead is I just put a ton of perlite in the soil that I use. And like sometimes I will buy cactus soil and I'll just throw like a handful of that into regular soil, and then but I'll put like a ton of perlite in there, and that seems to do the trick. But yeah, I agree. I don't like cactus soil either. Yeah, perlite is the thing. It is the truth. It will save your plants. Oh, yeah, just get rid of them. It's fine. This is not a democracy here. You just throw them out. I can't find pumice stone anywhere. There's some on Amazon, but it seems very expensive, or at least the last time I looked it up. But when I watched Plantarina's video on soil mixes, I was like, oh, I want that because the perlite does float to the top, and that's kind of annoying. It's just expensive. Okay. Uh, the things we do for our plants. Yeah, I saw that Tractor Supply was supposed to have it, and I went to like three of them, and they looked at me like I was the dumbest person alive. So they didn't seem to know what I was talking about. But I wonder if you can like order it online and have it sent to the store or something. Yeah, I get big old bags of perlite at my fellow's store. It's good stuff. Is it turfus? What's that? Turface? Turface? Turf. Yeah, dude, her house is woo amazing. When I first started watching her channel, I'm like, what does this woman do? I'm like, why? How does she have this many plants? There's like a whole workshop full of plants. But then I found out what she does. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. I had one friend that was given. I had one that a friend had given me that was off of his cactus. It was small, and I gave it water once a month, tablespoonful. But my ex got to keep it when we split because I forgot it. Oh, he got the plant in the divorce. That's terrible. There's no such thing as more perlite. It's like how much soil are you putting in with your perlite? It's annoying that it floats up to the top, but it's fine. I'll deal with that. Hello, B. We've been chilling for about 40 minutes. You made it. Gone for a little while. Usually mix espoma cactus and normal mix with perlite. I don't know if it's good, but none of my plants are dead. So yeah, well, that's the key, really. I do use cocoa. Yeah, I prefer to use that over peat, just for sustainability reasons. And I also find that it dries out faster, and like I'm definitely an overwaterer, so things drying out quick is good for me. Can't remember. Do you have a ripple peperomia? I'm having such a hard time. Whenever I water, I lose a few younger leaves, and I don't water heavily. I have, let's see, three of them, I think. They do tend to leave. I've noticed that as they got older, they do tend to lose like those lower and outer leaves kind of often. And I think that's just because those aren't getting a ton of light because of the top like growing. But make sure that you're watering all the way through because they do have shallow roots. So you should be okay with, watering lightly. But yeah, when you water, make sure it does go all the way through. But do you have them in clay or do you have them in plastic? I cannot keep a peperomia in plastic to save my life. Mine are all in clay so that they dry out really fast. I have to make sure that my peperomia mix has like bark in it and charcoal and perlite and just chunkiness, and it just has to drain really well. And that's been the only thing that's kept my peperomias happy because I definitely was having a hard time with them at first because I had a really dense like soil mix, and I had them in plastic. I kept them in their nursery pots for a while because that's what I thought you were supposed to do with everything. And I don't know, some people like them in plastic, but I don't. I like them to dry out super fast. And I don't water them again until they kind of look sad. Billy Hemingway says you might want a bottom water ripple because it stem rots easily. That's a good point. That could be why you're losing those leaves. It's because of stem rot. Very good point. I'm so lazy about bottom watering, but I should probably do it for some of my plants. Watch Lowe's and Home Depot. They are starting to stock compressed cocoa coir blocks. They are. They definitely have them at mine. And that's if you're just making mix from that, which is really the cheapest and most effective way to do it. You just get one of those big blocks, get a thing of perlite, and then you can put like worm castings in for your, your food. Yeah, peperomias, I find they're either happy or they're not happy. They'll let you know when they're pissed off, that's for sure. Cacti are the most hardy of plant genus and species. I don't have any cactus. None. Not a single one. I have a hard time with plants I can't touch. Like when I look at cactus, I get that shiver feeling that happens when they stab you. I think I'm like traumatized. I have a huge rubber tree, but it won't produce leaves on top, just suckers on the bottom. How do I change it? I will turn to the chat because anything ficus related, I murder. I kill them all. There's a rubber tree on my porch right now that has 2 defiant leaves on the top. Everything else fell off. Like I would walk by this plant and it would like flick a leaf at me. I hate that plant. So it's outside and it won't die. No. It's just those 2 little leaves. And they look happy as can be. But if I bring them back in this house, they're going to fall off. That's what's going to happen. But that's why we have the chat, because we can use our collective brain here. Jade Baker bottom waters her donkey tail, but that's the only one. That's smart. I should probably do that with mine. Chat's going fast. Hey, Veronica, no worries. Oh, distracted with her coleus cuttings. That makes me happy. I am in zone 6. 6B. 40% cocoa coir, 40% pumice, 10% castings, 10% charcoal and or orchid bark, depending on the plant. That sounds delightful. I really like a good chunky mix. The longer I go, my mix has changed so many times in the last year or two as I've kind of been learning more about houseplants, but I've found that I haven't found one that doesn't like that chunky mix yet. God, with this douchebag. Go away forever. That guy's the worst. Hey Pam, do you have a favorite plant or nature photographer? Ooh, your English is just fine. My English is probably worse. I don't think I do. I know people I know that take really, beautiful ones, but I don't think that I do. I am incredibly detached from the modern photography world nowadays. When I started doing it for work, I all of my following other people and being really into learning about other photographers, it just sucked right out of me. I don't recommend doing what you love for work if you want to love it forever. I do love it still, but it definitely that extra. I'm going to read about other people. Do you? Because I would love to know that. Oh, bye, Brad. Sorry if I missed you. Okay. How come we can't time him out for more than 300 seconds? Like, you can't permanently time somebody out? What the hell, YouTube? Yeah, I know, right? Have you watched Jolene Foliage's channel? She has some good tours. I have. She's doing, isn't she doing like a van life stuff now too? Because that's pretty wild. Yeah, she's like, and she puts out a lot of videos too. Like, I feel like when I see one of her videos, I'll be like, oh, cool. And I'll go to her channel, and then there'll be like 5 videos that I didn't see. I'm like, hey, Suzette, welcome back. Yeah, if they just, can you imagine? Like, are they sitting there timing it? How sad are you? That's okay. They'll just wait till the video posts so they can do their thumbs down and give me my, my YouTube algorithm boost, which I always appreciate. Hey, hello. How's everybody doing that just came in? I'm figuring that we'll probably try to do one like, I don't know if people are going to want one in the middle of the week or something, or during the day at some point. So I'm going to have to, oh, thank you. I'm going to have to figure out what everybody wants to do. So hopefully everybody will leave me comments if this time doesn't work out for them, and then we can figure out if, if a lot of people are into a certain day or time, then I can do some of that too. I think it's good because now we can like ask questions and you can ask other people. It's not like a lot of ways to gather with other planty people in live time. So this is kind of cool. I do have an outside garden. This year is the first year. I used to have a neighbor that lived downstairs, and she had a couple of dogs. So I had this big, beautiful yard, but it just like that smelled like dog pee, like all this, especially in the summer when it get really hot, would just like waft into my apartment. It was just so gross. I couldn't even imagine like growing food out there. Um, cute dogs, but so they moved out this summer. So now we don't have any dogs. So I reclaimed the garden this year. So I'm sort of trying to take care of the property. We have like a really big yard. So I actually have a lot of space to garden in. So I've just kind of been slowly taking it back over. So I have like a flower garden in the front, and then over in the side and the back. And then behind my house, I have like a container garden I grew cherry tomatoes this year, pole beans, and radishes, greens. I have one cucumber outside that stabbed me in the finger so hard this morning. I don't know if that's going to make it. There's some jalapenos out there that are suddenly producing like crazy. Yeah, I just grew like a few things messing around, but next year we're going to do some raised beds, or we're going to just put them straight in the ground. I haven't decided yet. I got to get my soil tested and see what I'm working with. But yeah, I definitely like gardening outside. I like all plants. It's kind of like, I don't know, I think some people get into like one or the other, but I think eventually you're gonna get into both, so you might as well just deal with it. Oh, I want tacos. I could eat tacos every single night. Me and my boyfriend talk about this all the time. That they're just perfect food, and we could always eat them and never get tired of them. Yeah, I know. That's my favorite part. Is that like gonna be a sword in your side forever? Ugh, dude, go shoot up a mall or something. Get over yourself. Do you have any care tips on Scindapsus trubii? I don't think I know what that is. I think I knew how to say it because I've heard it before. Did I say it right? I know the Scindapsus that I have. They definitely will let you know when they need to be watered. They curl, like the leaves will curl. Um, I have a Silvery Ann and a regular one. The Scindapsus pictus. So yeah, I have those two. And those, my Scindapsus pictus, the regular one, I was talking about this with somebody like last week. That one seems to struggle a little bit, but the Silvery Ann that I have has been the happiest plant in the world since I got it. I got that one from Gabriella's Plants. And that thing is like, it grows like crazy. I know that you don't want to get the leaves wet because they're kind of fuzzy, so they can get a little sad if you get them wet. Bye, Peter. Going to work to have his faith in humanity diminished. Soldier on, my friend. I'll be here blocking people and having my faith in humanity diminished. Thank you. That came from IKEA. Isn't that sweet? It's like it's a part of a painting. It's not the whole thing. It's a Gustav Klimt. It says dark as a pictus and has silver stripes like a Calathea ornata. What? Oh, I'm gonna need that now. Ooh. Shit. Why'd you have to tell me? I guess it's payback. I've been enabling people all week. I was kind of window shopping on websites and I can't buy things. So I just sort of put them on Instagram and I was like, here, you guys should go buy them. My Clarinervum. So one of the leaves fell off, which I kind of had a feeling was going to happen when I was, after I like unboxed it and I got it all potted up and everything. Like I was looking at it and underneath the leaf where the petiole is, it was a little bit brown. And I was like, oh, that doesn't look good. So I had a feeling it might have just gotten like a little like mushed in transit. So one of the leaves did fall off, but the other one looks great. And it looks like it's working on putting out a new one. So I've heard they're pretty fast growers, so I'm not too worried about it. So it's part of the One Leaf Club now. But I kind of held on to the leaf that fell off for a while because like I just didn't have the heart to throw it away. But I threw it away because, you know, we were in the spider mite lockdown. So I do not have any syngoniums. I do not have any desire to have them. I was thinking about this today. I was like, huh, that's like one plant that I've never bought. It looks like a caladium and I kill those very quickly. All those like very fragile leaved kind of plants, like I don't do too good with those. I think that they need a lot of humidity, but I know that a lot of people really like those, so I guarantee you someone in the chat can yeah, they're supposed to be easy, but I don't know. They do nothing for me. Bye, Angie. Thanks for coming and for the helpful tips. Yeah, I don't know why I don't like them. I'm like I'm not a big pink plant person, I think, and a lot of the ones that people really like are pink, so maybe that's why they don't appeal to me. I did get a very small one from Josh's Frogs, and that died pretty quickly. Arrowhead got mealybugs. Ooh. Ooh. I'm surprised that one got mealybugs. I feel like they usually go for like the thicker, juicier kind of plants. It's supposed to be easy, but all I hear is people having problems with them. Ooh, variegated one. Ah, good lord. That's the only downside of doing lives at night is there's like way more of them, you know? It's like all those people getting off work and they're like, I'm just gonna go bug someone on the internet. Hey. Hi, Becca. Yeah, you're a bitch. Go away. I'd like to try those mini syngoniums. That might have been what I got. It was like these very, very tiny tiny little, it was like a butterfly plant or something. But it was definitely a terrarium plant. I didn't know what I was doing. I just bought it because it was cute. Top wish list plant. They have variegated Adansonii. Oh man, my list just got longer. I really, 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 really want to Sis's Discolor, which I was talking to someone about perhaps swapping for one today, so that's exciting. Um, what else do I want? I would still love a Thai constellation. There's like a lot of philodendrons that I want. Ugh, I can't look it up. I don't want more. I need more things. Everyone's gonna try to get me on the Syngonium train. I would love a Sansevieria moonshine. I only have the Laurentii, so really any other. He found your Instagram? What is wrong with this person? Good Lord. Um, yeah, pretty much any other Sansevieria would be super sweet because I only have the one. So I definitely want some cool ones. Apparently my cat wants to get out. Yeah, I attract them. It's been sort of the story of my life. Samurai Sansevieria? That sounds really cool. Hey, Emily. Which plant is on the struggle bus currently? Ugh. Let's see. Right now, my Chinese evergreen is very sad. I actually went to pick it up the other day, and it's one of those plants that came from like a box store, I think. And so they stuck, like 5 plants into one little thing, and they had one of those plastic rings in the middle of it to like keep them in a circular motion. I hate those things, and I didn't see it for a long time, and then eventually it sort of came up as the dirt sank down. So I think that thing is strangling my plant. So I need to repot that one. And then I repotted my Pilea peperomioides the other night, last night actually, and I put that in like my nice barky mix and in a different pot because that thing was pretty sad. And it already looks a little bit happier. I think it had just exhausted the little pot of soil that it was in. It was like really caked down. I think I had cactus soil in there, so. Sansevieria Samurai. I saw some at Lowe's a few days ago for under $15 with a white pot. Swear words. Yeah, Sansevierias are awesome. Hey, you are late indeed. We are almost at an hour late. Where have you been? No, I'm just kidding. Most people split them so they are one, but they will grow babies. Hey, thanks. Yeah, 4,000. Pretty crazy. So Hidden Harvest grow lights, he's got some pretty cool little grow light panels, and he's growing all this food in his basement. It's pretty mind blowing. If you want to see that, you can look at his videos on his channel. And it's made me feel bad about my outside garden that did not make half as much food as this one in his basement is currently making in the fall time. It's quite impressive. Bought grow light bulbs you recommended. Oh, yay. Yeah, those things are awesome. I have them in like all of my regular lights because I figure like if I'm going to have regular bulbs and regular lights, I might as well have things that will make my plant happy in them, right? The sun blasters, yeah, those are dope. Just tiny hands, yeah. You're just after my tiny hands. See how it is. I do not have a whale fin. I would have a whale fin. Ah, Becca, my plant angel. I'm just basically swap shopping Becca's collection at this point. It's terrible when I can't edit out all of my stuttering. Want grow lights, but I don't want a surprise electric bill. Well, you would want LED lights then, because then you would not have a surprise electric bill. And they make pretty cool ones and pretty small ones, and Hidden Harvest definitely has those as well. Just saying, could check them out. Home Depot is supposed to be getting whale fins for $15. Good night. Thanks for coming. I can't wait to get paid because I'm going to stock every single big box store on the Eastern Seaboard, because the idea of finding rare plants in a stupid hardware store and getting them for dirty cheap, you don't know how happy that makes my heart. I know my Home Depot's not very good either. I think I would have to like go elsewhere. My Home Depot is consistently better than my Lowe's because my Lowe's keeps all their plants in the dark. So they're just sad and dead and covered in bugs, and it's the worst. I go there just to scowl at the staff, even though I know it is entirely not their fault. If folks have T5 bulbs, I can give them the best tube colors to buy for peak performance. Told ya. As of now, I have like a T5 setup that I used over the summer to grow seedlings. And I didn't notice that my bill was all that bad. I only just had the one, though. And then I have my Sunblaster bulbs that I just keep in my lights normally. Just a little extra help, you know. Love the look of the Samurai. I'm going to look that up. Hold on. Someone's friggin' car alarm is going off again. This is like the story of my life. You guys have no idea. The last video that I put up, I was tripping all over the place and knocking things over and trying to get everything ready. Oh, okay, I have seen the Samurai. Yeah, those are cool. I have seen those. And I was all and I guess all mic'd up, and I was like, oh God, I have to get up again. So like I unmiked and everything, and some idiot's car alarm's going off forever and ever and ever, and I was just like waiting for it to end, waiting for it to end. And I was like, all right, I'm just gonna get up and do something. So I unmic, get up, I leave. Of course, the second I walk out of the room, his car alarm stops. So I was like, all right, fine. So I'm just gonna water the plant that I noticed was dry, and then I'll start recording. So I go to fill up my water container and full on splash my whole face with the hose of my water filter all down my makeup I had just put on to film. So if you watch that video, you can see that my sweater is wet, and that's why. And that car alarm just reminded me of it because it just goes off all the time and just generally makes my life a little less pleasant. Plantastic nerd in the house, what's up? I live in a small town in North Dakota. The plant hunting sucks. Best thing I got was a Cebu Blue in a 6-inch pot. That's pretty rough. I found a few cool things. Obviously, my surprise Mandula pothos that was tucked inside of a marble pothos was pretty cool. That did not make me sad at all. And this thing's putting out like the coolest leaves. And then I noticed the other piece that I separated out of that plant, which is a Marble Queen pothos, is putting out almost entirely white leaves right now. That thing is, it's like trying to die, but it's really pretty while it's doing it. Ooh, my chat just caught up, and it took a long... Woo! Oh my goodness, I missed a lot. Okay. Do they stay small, the Samurai? I imagine they would, right? They look like they would stay kind of small. My annoying neighbors with their loud baby actually moved out 2 weeks ago. I'm so psyched to be able to record without worrying too much. I mean, people are just living their life, you know, and I'm not like trying to be a jerk, but when you live next to somebody who makes a ton of noise, it sucks so bad. We have like these neighbors on the other side of us now. And every person that's ever lived in this building, for some reason, can't just speak. They have to scream everything they say. And they all get up early and they just yell at each other. I mean, they'll be right next to each other and they're just screaming all the time. And I'm just like, hasn't anyone ever told you to shut up in your whole life? I feel like so many people have told me to shut up. Hey, Christy, how you doing? How's it going? Got a whale fin from Tennessee Tropicals, and it was 36 inches tall. Holy crap. Etsy is indeed dangerous. Indeed. That was kind of what started that and Josh's Frogs sort of started my mail order frenzy. Begonias are scarce. I see a good amount of begonias. They're usually like tucked in. There'll be like one in like a sea of, crotons or whatever at Home Depot, and it'll always be almost dead every time. It's like really sad. But that's like the state of all plants at my Home Depot. It's just consistently almost dead. I just like, and then I'll watch them and they'll just be carrying trays of like overwatered plants over to the watering thing, and I'm like, no. Like, don't you have like a page in your manual or something that's like, this is how you take care of plants? Facebook plant groups are also dangerous. Yeah, I joined one of them and I try to ignore it just entirely. I'm very bad at getting stuff in the mail, like as it is. So like I already have anxiety about the giveaway thing. So I'm like, okay, you need to get this like in the mail immediately. And I don't want anything to happen to them. So like I'm very anxious about packing them. And so like the idea of doing plant swaps very much appeals to me. But I'm going to have to do a few things before I feel like not anxious about it. But like just buying other people's plants when I don't have to pack them, so easy. Last winter I got an explosion of houseplants because I couldn't garden outside. Yeah, I bought so many over the winter, and I had like a lot mailed here when I probably shouldn't have with heat packs and everything, but you know what? They're all fine. I only lost a couple. I recently found a plant in a local nursery and they had it labeled as a rubber plant, but I googled it and it might be a red philodendron Congo. Ooh, a philodendron red Congo. I don't know why my brain read that way. How can someone label something so wrong? I was in Lowe's the other day and they had Prince of Orange philodendrons and they were labeled Philodendron Hope, and they were huge. They were like in big at least 10-inch pots, I think. Like big plants. They definitely had spider mites though, so I was not going to bring that pox upon my house, but guess what? Came anyway. Beth, man, she's swinging that hammer like a pro. I appreciate you, girl. Crimson orange philodendrons are just stunning, indeed. I have some philodendrons coming in the mail someday. Order's been processing for a real long time, but I'm confident someday I'm going to get those plants. I need to be on a low buy. This spent way too much money this weekend. Yeah, I did not buy anything all summer long. I was on like a total plant pause. I just wanted to get my house situated. I kind of bought so many, and then there were like some pest problems, and I was having trouble sort of like finding spots for everything, and so I was like, you know what, why don't you chill the fuck out and stop buying plants for 5 seconds and see what happens when you don't do that for a little while. So it was good. It wasn't too it was hard at first, but being broke will help too if you just like genuinely don't have money to blow on plants. I have not bought anything from eBay. You didn't have a good experience? Did you get like ripped off, or did it just come in like bad shape? Philodendron Pink Princess or White Wizard are the next on my plant wish list. I forgot about the White Wizard. Limiting myself to one per fortnight at this stage, Jade Baker says. So Paul is asking if anybody has tried eBay for plants. I definitely search for them there a lot. Hello, Illume Life is here. Another plant channel. Bought 4 Pink Princess last week. Is that all? Tried last night and kept losing the bid. That's the other thing, is those auctions, they give me such anxiety. I don't like losing stuff like that. Unless, like, I really don't want to spend the money and, like, I'm being bad, and then it's like, oh, okay, good. Thank you for saving me from myself. I'm probably going to be on for about 10 more minutes, and then I have to hop off because I actually have a little group call about something exciting that I can't tell you about yet. But yeah. I was actually on Steph Hall's plant swap today. She did a chat like this, and she just has people come in the chat and they just kind of say like what they have, and then they like hook up with each other on Instagram or whatever to like arrange the swap. So I thought that was a really cool idea. I just happened upon it, so I popped in and I was like, oh, I'm sending out a bunch of cuttings to friends and then the giveaway winners. So I didn't swap anything this time just because I gotta pack up all that stuff first and get that all out of the house, and then I'm gonna propagate some more stuff and keep it aside for plant swaps. Because now I'm thinking like, ooh, because sometimes I see stuff that's kind of rare, but I already have one, so I don't pick it up. But if I see it for cheap, like I'll probably start picking things up if they're small enough to mail for like plant swap purposes, because that very much appeals to me. I used to be a real mail order kind of girl in the 80s, you know? Yes, yeah, I know. It's awesome. Our community is so cool because it's not huge yet. So like even our super big like our super big people are not super big. When I was watching Ashley's video, Plant Me Ashley's video for the Planty Kindness Project, she was saying this, and like I totally agree that it's like even our big superstar like plant channels or whatever, you know, they're not like a million subscribers. They're still able to engage their community. They still, you know, they help the smaller channels out. They're just like, we're such like a small, it's like being in a small town, you know, like everybody kind of knows each other. But all of the creators that I have met and interacted with are like so nice. And like, there's no, at least that I can tell, like jealousy or like anything. Like everyone's genuinely interested in helping each other and just like talking about plants. I think we're all just happy that someone is listening to us talk about plants, right? Because I think most of us live with people who don't want to hear it anymore. Bye, Becca. I'll see you later. I will chat about the swapping. So, let's see. By the way, posting a new video tomorrow morning. Top 8 easiest plants I own. Excellent. Plantastic nerd. Definitely, if you see people in the chat that have channels, check them out. My only advice is do not subscribe to people that you're not going to watch, because that kind of hurts their algorithm magic. But if you think that you like somebody's stuff, you kind of watch a video and you're like, yeah, no, I can hang with this person, you should subscribe to them and support them. The more brains we have in this little thing, like, yeah. I'm not in Providence. I'm like a half an hour, 40 minutes away from Providence, so. Yeah, I have like a few in-person planty friends, but most of my like real like plant nerdy friends are on the internet, but I definitely have plant people. How do you YouTubers do it? How do we do what? What did I miss? Been thinking about starting a YouTube channel, but so much anxiety. Well, you have to ask yourself, like, what is the anxiety about? Is the anxiety like, ooh, I might sound dumb and like people I don't know will judge me? Because, like, I mean, you don't know them, who cares? Right? It's hard to get it in your head, but like, other people's opinions of you really don't matter. Like, they don't. If they're not people that you respect or that are doing something you know, that you want to be doing, or are out there in the field kind of putting themselves out there, or they're invested in you doing well, you know, like, then yeah, then you can care about what they think. But I think that it's something that you just kind of have to start doing, and you have to accept that your first videos are going to suck. Like, they're not, you know, the sound will be terrible, or you'll and I'll tell you that you will find out the really annoying things that you do, like vertically, like, I mean vertically, verbally. You will figure out all of your verbal annoying things. I say so all the time, and it drives me crazy now. And I'll do it like 50 more times, and now you'll be able to hear it all the time, and it will drive you crazy. So, you know. Yes, I know that video really, like, that video's over 15,000 views now, the bullying one, which is banana pants to me, but that just goes to show you how many people needed to hear that. Yeah, we can chat about where I'm from, like, PM me and stuff. I just don't want to, like, put it on the, you know, I'm sure some creeps will figure it out eventually, but yeah, no worries. No worries. Appreciate you, Beth. Literally listening to you while eating dinner with my children. Oh, hi, kids. I'm trying not to swear. Okay, I do have to wrap this up, though, because I have to get on that group call. But we should be able to do this next week. Watch my Instagram and my I'll make a post on YouTube about the chat next week. It should be, or should definitely have a Sunday one. If for any reason I can't do it, I'll let you guys know. Like tonight, I was definitely supposed to be somewhere else, and I completely forgot. But I didn't want to ditch you guys, so I ditched my fella instead. So sorry, Mike. Love ya. So I will see you guys next Sunday, most likely, and then we'll try to figure out another one to have like a midweek quick chat or something. But yeah, I'll see you guys in whatever video I end up putting up next. I'm still trying to figure that one out, so probably gonna do that after the call because we're working late tonight. All right, guys, I'm gonna awkwardly figure out how to end this, and my Instagram is its_Pam_Ella, ELA. So it's Pamela, but with underscores. You should be able to find me if you like search it, and I'll put it in the description box too. All right, bye guys. See you guys next time.